Oh my gosh. So we only cut 60 acres each yesterday. So the only thing that we're greasing this morning are headers. Do y'all remember when we replaced these arms? This is the right side and this is the left side. This is like your flex mechanism, I guess you can call it. And then here's your indicators to tell you, which way you're flexing. Well, my right side is extremely stiff and we have no idea why. Like, it simply just doesn't want to flex. It flexes, but it doesn't flex right, if that makes sense. The left side does a fabulous job. It'll, bend over, go up, all of that stuff. But the right side just wants to stay rigid, even when putting it in flex. And we just put this new arm on that has the, I guess the two bearings right here that you grease. But anyways, this is project number 1 for the morning. Also, that hole can get pretty dusty. Everyone's scattered. Oh, except Dad. Dad just ate it. So normally there's a cover over this, and well, it gets dirty under the cover, so.
That's a lot harder than it looks.
That's what?
It's hard. You're heavy. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Can you see the cutter bar flexing? Maybe this is a better shot. Looks like a rainbow. That's what it's supposed to look like.
Did you show him how the flex header was flexing?
Yeah. Show you how you're flexing. So, update on that cover. I really don't know what they did to it. It is flexing right now. So y'all can see the white bar and it's tilted down alongside with this bar that's also tilted down. So right now, the header is kind of at this angle. Also, today's gonna be a very short day. We have to stop at 5 o'clock to go to a harvest party. The farmer that Emma works for every single year, at the end of harvest, he throws a harvest party, and everyone that helped out with the harvest or to get the wheat out gets invited to a party, and we all just celebrate. So we have half a day. Right now it is 12 o'clock, so we have 5 hours of cutting left.
Aston.
I'm up to 16.6 right now.
So it's still a little high?
It's on my machine. Hayden hasn't come in here yet.
So Mom's combine's reading 16.6. I haven't loaded up yet, but we're gonna see. Right now it's 15 and climbing. 15.4, 15.4, 15.3, 15.4. So I'm reading about a point under Mom. So who's right?
I stayed in the 16s until I got to where I'm at right now, and now I'm at 15.8.
I believe the farmer wants it under 16 to put in his bag.
Keep cutting.
That answers your question. Well, now that it's dusty, now that you can't see. These are your chopper knives, but past that are little bitty knives. Those are called stationary knives. So to undo that, you loosen this, you pull it back. These are your stationary knives. They're probably wore out. Tighten this back, and there you go. Now when you look in there, your stationary knives aren't in there.
So you just let that down
Yeah,
and then tighten it back?
yeah. Huh?
That's a cop.
Did you get it?
It's down. I unscrewed that and it went down, then I unscrewed it back.
That's all there is to it. Okay, proceed.
On the last two passes, Cody.
On to the next one. I don't really know where the next one is. We're gonna follow the other two combines though. Well, they're doing a bag change, so everyone's probably about to get full, but I'm gonna let dibs outside. We are cutting pretty low to the ground. I don't know how many inches or centimeters of stubble you would call that, but we are pretty much flat on the ground. The skid plate is not quite rubbing the ground, but I'm sure when the ground gets unlevel, it will be touching, so. Right here isn't that bad of laying down. That spot right there is fairly, but it could be worse. This is what I mean when it's laying basically flat on the ground. I'm standing on the ground. So we just gotta pill it up. Obviously, that's gonna be a little harder on your guards and sections, you know, running on the ground. You hit a rock that breaks it, and you gotta change it. So before this is all over, we're probably gonna be pretty good at changing sections and guards out. Dibs is finding all of the bugs right now. So if you look to the right, the problem is in this area. So I just got out, and you can spin it by hand super easy, and there's nothing in there, and there's not a rock. I already looked for that because sometimes you can get a rock underneath it and it stops the draper belt. I'm really hoping that a roller bearing or motor is not out because I hate roller bearings. Well, we're limping back to Dad. I'm not too sure what's wrong with it. So it looks like he's gonna mess with the tension on the belt. Right now he's tightening it. Trying to move, not really. Oh, maybe. Oh.
Are you going to pick up Hayden's pass, or is he going to?
So next step is taking the draper belt off.
There's your problem. Yeah, you're making that turn down.
So right now I rolled my header out, which gives us more gap right here. We have a feeling that motor went out. I don't know if there's supposed to be slack in there or not, but that's the only thing that drives it. That roller bearing is free. There's no trash in there. So this is the last thing. So we're gonna see.
Actually, those have threads inside. Good. I don't know about this one. That's supposed to be free floating. That's the way that's designed. I'm up against this. Here's the problem. Plate.
Stripped a keyway out.
I don't know why it went. How it could have got out of there.
So what happened was the keyway stripped out. I've never seen a keyway strip out, but it did. The motor is fine, the roller is fine, it's just the keyway. So a piece of metal about that big caused this whole problem. Good news is, I'm pretty sure Dad has a keyway for it, so. That one was too shallow. Evidently Dad did not have the keyway, or at least that one was too shallow. Is he going to look for another one? That's not much though.
It needs to be sticking up half of that. About like that.
Right. Yeah, do we got a file? I can work on it.
So when it did strip, it took an edge off, so keyway won't slide in there. We didn't have the right keyway, but Brian did. He had the exact same thing happen to his combine on that header, so he already had a keyway, you know, on hand. So we just used his.
This has to slide freely, or it will push that.
Out.
Yep. It's got to keep going deeper.
Yes.
Okay, before we get too carried away here, I don't think there's no. Yeah, I can see it. Okay, so this has got a square shoulder. You savvy? You see
Yep,
that?
Yep.
Well, that's got square.
It's got
Does
to
that
get in
make-
there.
does that make
It's
sense?
got to get in there. Yeah.
You're hung.
Probably make some channel locks, but I don't know.
All right, let's see if she spins. Voila. Well, she's good as new. Now the bad news, we're only gonna cut to there and then quit because we have to leave for that party, so. Well, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all tomorrow.